And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Group C Grand Finals tonight of the VisionZ League. My name is Clam. I am joined by my fellow caster tonight. What's up, Invictus? How you doing tonight, Nick?
We're doing good, man. Can't complain about much, just here for the live, ready to go, ready to cast a good match in the grand finals. It's an interesting one, a little bit of a grudge match, even if you would say that, but yeah, I'm just ready to see what these players have for us.
Yeah, it should be a good one tonight. We'll transition to the rosters for tonight. We're going to be starting with Blitz Blackout. It's going to be Arson, Kia, Crazy, and Vanta. And I watched these guys the other night. They did take down, I believe it was D Inc. in that losers or winners finals, excuse me. And it was a pretty convincing fashion. They dropped the first map, but then cleaned it up toward the end, looking definitely locked and loaded, ready to go tonight. But across the way, their competition, Cabal Omega. Nick, take it away. What do you know about this roster?
Yeah, Cabal Omega having to fight through the fodder tonight. They have to go up against a guy like Crazy, who has had their number before. It's a couple of these players. It's going to be Zernak, Revan, Cope, and Nico on the sticks tonight. And, it's an interesting one because Crazy has, competed against these guys again in some different leagues grand finals. And they've dropped them against this team as well. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see a Colossus, for the maps, Clam. Talk to me a little bit about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, maps tonight, we're going to be starting off with Colossus, and then we kind of got a weird one. We got Den Scar yet again. So a couple Dens, couple Scars mixed out through there. And this is one of those series, I mean, you were talking to me a little bit off the air that you think could potentially go to a bracket reset. So we might be seeing all 5 maps in this first
Yeah.
one potentially. I mean, it could be a quick 3-0. Well, we never know, really. I mean, it's going to have to start with
Yeah.
that Colossus hardpoint, you know, the bang out of all bang outs, right? That and Blackheart, right? Kind of the bocages of this title. So we'll see who's shooting first in that one. That's usually typically the eye test for me. You know, who's going to be coming out hotter in map number 1. Typically ends up taking the series, but obviously you still got to ice up in the rest of them.
Yeah, definitely. So this is the only series where I could see a potential of a bracket reset actually happening in the league. You know, we casted for the A group final and it was just, you know, complete stompage from start to finish. The B group was complete stompage from start to finish as well. But you know, when we talk about these two teams, it's a guy like Crazy. We've seen, you know, beat Zernox and Revan's team before in grand finals in the previous game as well. In this same situation, you know, where they're on the winner's side, or sometimes they've even been on the loser side of things and they've came through and made it all the way through to that grand finals match and we're able to take it at the end of the day. So it's just more of the eye test for Zernock and Revan tonight for me. Are they going to get, you know, under pressure? And when they do so, can they bounce out of it and, you know, play well? And, you know, the map one, like you said, you know, it's going to be a
Yeah.
very, very big eye test for who is going to be able to take this series, I think.
100%. And then, you know, as we do go deeper into the series, you know, how deep is your bag really? I mean, we got Den, we got Scar coming up next. A lot of, you know, maybe a little bit bigger maps. So the AR is probably going to have to come out in full effect and be frying tonight as well, you know, after the SMG map. It's going to have to be the air stepping up big. And I'm looking at that Den Search and Destroy map number 2 to be a big deciding one in this series. I know a lot of teams, you know, sniper rifles might be coming out in that one. We'll see who's going to be ripping with that one. Smoke grenades toward that B bomb site. Pay attention to that as well. I mean, there's a lot of times where I see smoke grenades go down toward that tin area and people just get lost in the smoke. They get free bloods, or sometimes they get turned on because you just lose aim assist as well. So that might be a determining factor as well. And I mean, you know, there's some other S&D maps in this as well. We have Scar coming up, map number 5, but I'm definitely more locked into that Den for sure, Nick.
Yeah, the Den will tell us a lot in the deeper parts of the series, and then you know, we head to a Scar Overload, which has been an interesting map, in this format that we've played so far, especially with the new game mode. It's a little more one-sided than the other maps, and you need to start if you do get put on that bad side, you need to have very good defense and recapture ability onto the overload site as a whole, in my personal opinion. And then when you bounce over, if you did play well on that first side, you can really just chain scores together and able to take it deep into it, like, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we'll see what ends up happening deep as we go deeper into this series. We'll see if we even need to go all 5 maps, to be honest. This could be one of those ones where, you know, one team just comes out and just a hot 3-0, right? Like somebody maybe not warmed up, you know, on their squad. We saw that the other night. I mean, it was Statics Elite in that Group B final. I mean, they just kind of took care of business. They were, you know, locked and loaded, ready to go. They just dominated that series. It was close in the search, but in the respawns, they got it done. We'll see if anybody on the, you know, Blitz Blackout is going to be coming out frying, or if it's going to be Cabal coming from the losers bracket, looking to make some noise. I do hear the beeps in my ear. Looks like we are locked and loaded, ready to go into map number 1. I guess predictions for us, Nick. We didn't really do them yet. Who you got in this first series, man?
I think it goes all five, but I do have the side of Cabal winning this first series.
Ooh, Cabal. I think I might agree with you, but for the sake of argument, let's go with Blitz Blackout in a map 5 bang out. We'll see what ends up happening here as we are locked and loaded, ready to go. Looks like the teams are flipped for me. Apologies, guys. I'll get that fixed in a moment. There we go. They should be flipped now as Cope's going for an overextension, but it looks like Kia is there for the cleanup. And there we go. Swift 4 dead. Blitz Blackout already on the time. 4 dead. Have a perfect setup.
Yeah, I might want to change my answer here. You don't want to see a 4 dead if you're the side of Cabal. You need to try to get into this hill time. You don't really need to control it. You need to get to that P2 side a little bit more here as Vanta. This has been his map early in this series and early in this game so far. So we'll see if he can continue to fry. But right now, it is going to be the side of Cabal that are able to take over the point for just a second. And they're not trying to play that P2 side. Can't get anything done. That's going to be another 2 dead here for the side of Blitz. And again, just the flow of the map favoring the side of Blitz early into this one, but you do see the side of Cabal getting onto that kill timing, trying to take over this P2 side now, as Nico does get the first blood into the back of the map, and now it is going to be Cope here trying to find some more. Can he get anything else? He cannot.
Oh, wow, what a crazy timing Kia just got there, and he was able to stay alive in the back, hits a double, and keeps the spawns for Blitz Blackout. Most importantly, another one. Finishes up that third one on that low player, and now 6-1 start. Kia coming out frying on the map. A stun grenade kill. You don't see those too often, Nick.
Yeah, an interesting stun grenade, maybe a little bit of a misplay, because I don't think they're allowed, but it does happen at the end of the day, but we're here for it, as it is going to be Cabal on the site first to try to take over this point. It's going to be another 3 dead here for Crazy and Co, as he does get traded out. Pistol kill can't go for Cope, as it is just going to be the flow starting for the side of Cabal here early. Not Cabal, sorry. Blitz early, as Cabal looking to try to rotate to this P3 side.
This little position VisionZ in, he's able to get one pre-fire, not good enough on the second one, but Nico's gonna get traded eventually, and now the OE is on it. Look at where they are. I mean, they spawn out. Cabal is here. They get gifted the spawn toward P3, but you still have to break this hill. It can be an annoying hill to try and break if you don't take a route from tunnel, and just like that, Kia already on the pinch as well, so this might be a collapse on in. Kia able to get one, spots the second player, gets shots on in, but most importantly, he stays alive here. His teammates picking up the pieces. Arson gets the double from the front, and it looks like Blitz Blackout came to play in this map number 1, Nick.
Yeah, we're not even talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, but number 6 Kia is 11-1 right now, as it is his map, and he is taking over. He's been cutting these spawns, playing perfectly, and this is exactly what he needs to do against a guy like Revan. Another one of those same kind of mixy players that just plays for spawns, plays for wraps, and he is 4-10, so he's definitely shutting him down early in this one, as Vanta pops out that AR again. Can't get the second one on to Nico, but again, the last little bit of time does go the way of Cabal, and we'll see if they can try to take it back into this other side to try to fight onto this P4 side. Crazy, though, holding down the spawns for now.
Yeah, Revan does squeak through. He's able to get one, but just like that, it's another 3 dead. And so far, it's been, I mean, Cabal struggling off the opening salvo. Looks like Nico, excuse me, able to get one back, but I mean, he's going to have to play his life, and I just hope his teammates can win some gunfights from the front. It can be hard to do on this hill, but, you know, so far, Nico in the back doing the damage, and there we go. The flip on through, and, I mean, Cabal, excuse me, able to break, and this is a lot of time. They do need to collect on this P4, because, you know, down a decent chunk of change, about 50 points and climbing, but they should be able to lock down the rest of this 20 or so seconds, unless it's going to be Blitz having something to say about it. There we go, 4 dead yet again. And I mean, I think the worst thing about this, Nick, is that they're still spawning in the back. It's really only Cope able to get out.
Yeah, the spawn trap coming in for the side of Blitz, and they are just rolling through this map. Kia is 13-2 to start us off, 14-9 from Vanta, Arson 17-8. Everybody on this side of Blitz is just clicking at the right moment right now, and they continue to fry into the front of the map. As I say that, though, the hill does get broken by Zernak and Co as they try to break into it. Nico does get one onto that outer Mohawk position, and again, Cope here trying to fight off these players coming through front door.
And Nico's in a good position, P2, but he's going to get overwhelmed in a second. There we go, 1-for-1 trades coming on out through P1, but it's so far so good for Cabal. They're able to soak a lot of time on this P1, considering they didn't really have the initial rotation, so good collapse from them as they're able to win some gunfights. Zarnak flying off the top ropes, having a good turnaround to form here. Still a little bit negative, but turning things around, heading into this P2, and they might be able to break, but now it's just left to Zarnak. He is able to get one, and it's just now left to Crazy in the back, but Crazy able to get the one, and no, it's Zarnak yet again. 5 spree for him, turning it around for Cabal.
And he is going on a huge streak right now as he continues to fry the AR SMG in hand as well. Almost shoots his teammate as well. As Crazy making a play into the back of the map. Does get one. Can he get any more as his teammates now start to flood into the front of the map?
Oh my God.
An interesting one. But as I say that, Cope and Zernak combined for all 4. And this is where they look to bring themselves back alive into this map.
Yeah, definitely a huge swing, and it's thanks to this guy on your screen. Zarnak on the 8th spree earns the Hellstorm missile, and that earns them a ton of time on that P2 and P3 or P1 to P2's transition. But the Hellstorm in response from Kia, I mean, it'll break the hill for now. The rest of Cabal spawning on out. Now they have 20 seconds left It's really whether or not you decide to rotate here, as you might have paid the price for hitting toward ult, as Kia's shutting it down. 3-piece top mid. This guy has been frying the entire series so far. 19, make it 20 on the 4 spree, heading to pinch toward new.
Yeah, he's really shut down the other SMGs of the side of Cabal, and this is why it's, you know, a hard ask for them to do right now. Kia's 20-7 on a 4 streak, looking for more kills, just trying to roam through mid, as their knock does finally spot him out. This is going to be a bad kill for Kia. Unfortunately, he does not check his corners, and that time is going the way of Cabal early into this hill. They do see the kills starting to come back alive, though, for the side of Cabal. Revan still 10-21, though. That SMG needs to start working a little bit more, as their knock is going to be on the God Heady. Crazy, though. Picks it up, picks up another one as well to just shut down the side of Cabal's offensive side here on this P3 side.
Yeah, I mean, I love the positioning from Cope, but nobody was watching the overextension there for Cabal, and I mean, it's crazy, just able to get a 2-piece run straight on through. Nobody watching the pinch on the side of Blitz there, or excuse me, of Cabal there, and now Blitz just runs straight on through. They flip the spawns, they get the old time. Crazy's still here. Sloppy shots on that player, but his teammate is there to pick it on up, and Kia, who else but Kia, on the time, 21 kills, and we haven't really talked about Arson a whole lot, but he has 25 kills right now, kind of just silently frying right now.
Yeah, and you know, this is a guy that we talk about. We've talked about him before, especially on the EWG stage, having that C group, like, highest kill tally in the entire of EWG still to this day on a 15 streak. Definitely a guy that we have to circle here as well. You know, it's been a slow start for Vanta and Crazy, but they have been lifted up by their teammates right now. 25 for both of them, and it is a 50 bomb combined for an AR and an SMG as well. So it's looking good for the side of Blitz to try to take this map. And again, they are flying into the front, but 2-for-2 trades do come out, and the last player is going to be on hill is Revan. He's got a lot to do here as 4 spawn up close to P1 as well. You see the rotation coming on through. Cope can't get one, though, as another kill needs to go for the side. As an 8 kill does come in. It's actually a team kill as well. Not what you want to see, but Arson now trying to fry through this P2 side. Does spawn his teammates up on this P2 side again, and Kia gonna get shut down through the middle of the map by Cope. And this man looking to try to find another one as their knock wipes off the other one. That's gonna be a 3 dead for him. As he continues to fry, pushes on up, can't get the next one to go, though, as it is going to be the side of Cabal. There's going to be questions raised here as we head into this next rotation of hills, and it's a 150 and counting to 208 scoreline right now for the side of Blitz, but they need to keep their rotations in and locked here to try to take this map.
Yeah, they got the rotations here, but they lost a lot of P1 time there trying to get into the mix. I mean, Cope, you know, went on like a 3 or 4 spree there, but it seemed like the time was still going red. Blitz Blackout able to soak a lot of that, and now they find themselves 30 seconds away from taking map number 1 here. They're going to break the back of the spawns yet again, thanks to Crazy. Getting this 2-piece on rotation spawns his entire team on him, and now it's up to Cope from the front to try and salvage it. Only able to get 1. Would have liked to see maybe Cope just try and play a little bit more patiently, because the rest of his arrows on his team spawning across the map here. So now they have maybe 1, potentially max 2 more pushes to try and force this to the next hill here. They got to break. They got to go. Nico for 1 so far. Nico for 2 in the back, though. Hold on. Nico gets all 3. It's up to Crazy in the hill, and he'll get traded. So still alive for Cabal.
Yeah, still alive is a good shout for them, but they need to take care of the front of the hill here. They need to have good time on it, and it's another 4 dead here for the side of Blitz, and it's a dominant performance for their side. They look to wrap it up with a bow early into map number 1, as it's a 29 bomb, 32 from Kia as well. As Crazy starts to come back alive here as well for himself, dropping another 3-piece on the hill, shutting it down, and it will be the side of Blitz taking map 1.
Yeah, that was a pretty convincing map number 1. I will say it did get kind of a little mixy toward the end, but it seemed like, I mean, Blitz. I'm still doing that, Nick. I don't know what's going on with me tonight, but Blitz, I mean, pretty much in firm control the entire map so far. There was some moments where Cabal looked like they were able to step up a little bit, but I feel like, I mean, Blitz were definitely far and away ahead in the slaying, and that was really the determining factor in this one. They just were absolutely frying the entire map so far, doing kind of whatever they wanted, it would seem, in that department, and they're going to take map number 1. 250 to 181 here in a pretty convincing fashion.
Man, that man Kia was doing everything on the map. He finished his 32 and 19 with a minute 58 on hill time as well, doing everything for his team in this one early. We'll head to a Din S&D, ladies and gentlemen, which will be interesting, but we'll see how the side of the ball bounces back.
Yeah, Dennis and D coming up next. And if you were, we're listening, guys in chat, this was the one I was circling on my prediction list. This is the one I think this is going to be the most interesting one in the series. And I think Cabal Omega, they looked decent in the first map, but definitely need to come out strong in the second one. You don't want to go down 2-0 against a team like Blitz, who have been pretty good in really all the respawns that I've watched them so far. I mean, the only time I've seen them lose it was the first hard point on exposure last time around, but we'll see what ends up happening here. As I mean, honestly, Nick, I think this is a must win, really, for Cabal here.
Yeah, it is exactly what you said. A must win here for Cabal. They need to try to find this one as fast as possible. And if they don't do so, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to try to bring themselves back, especially when we head into a Scar overload, which has been very dominant from this side of Blitz. They've 8-1 teams, they've 7-1 teams, they've 7-1 the team that they're playing right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be a hard ask for them to do to try to bounce back in a game mode that favors the side of Blitz. So they definitely need to take this S&D off them.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree with you, especially on the points about overload. I feel like overload, especially requires a lot of teamwork. And, I don't know. The way the Blake Cabal was looking in that first map, maybe some mistakes coming through in the hard point. Maybe Colossus, not exactly their favorite map. We'll see if that ends up being a factor going forward. As, I think, Den, this is a map that Cabal can win. They got to just lock in. They just got to be composed on the same page, I think is the biggest thing for me, especially when it comes to game modes like Search and Destroy, like Overload, right? You got to make sure you're on the same page. Otherwise, you could just be solo challenge off in Narnia. You're not playing the reset on the Overload. You're not playing the bomb site and Search and Destroy. It can be kind of a mess, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. So, as I do believe we're going to get a reset of the lobby as well, Clam. So, I mean, we're probably going to be waiting here for a little bit longer, chat. We do appreciate you guys as always. Thank you guys for allowing this to happen. We appreciate the casting duo appreciates the league for letting us do this on the grand finals for the C group. It's going to be an interesting one here for sure. I do believe we're gonna have a host for the side of Arson, Vanta, and their side to try to mitigate that central host a little bit.
Yeah, I think Tech is gonna neutral host, I believe, for the next 3 maps, if I got that right in chat, Nick. So we should be having the same host for the next 3 maps. So we should be getting things set up pretty quickly after we get this changed here. So apologies, guys. It is what it is. We're gonna be waiting a little bit here, but I believe Tech probably already has the rules set up, so it shouldn't be that much longer. Probably a couple minutes or two at the very most here. So appreciate you guys coming out and chat. How are we feeling tonight, chat? This has been a pretty good one so far. I know some of the other one that last night, the Statics one, was kind of a blowout. So I'm hoping to see maybe some more extended maps here. I mean, how you feeling after that map number 1, Nick? I mean, that kind of went about kind of how I expected. I don't know about you.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it did go the way I was expecting. I really thought if this side of Cabal is going to be able to win this first series, it's going to come through the S&D. It's going to come through that second hard point. But they need to really show me something here because, Kia, the man that we should talk about here, he was absolutely frying on the hill time for his team. Another man that we didn't really talk about in that map, but was consistently frying as well and doing his job as an AR or that third SMG sometimes as well is Arson. Arson was absolutely doing work and tucking in that map as well. So it's just one of those it's one of those things that we have to figure out for the side, and we need to see a step up even from, a guy like Revan and a guy like Zernak. They start off really slow in that map. And, Zernak being an AR, you see that more often with the ARs in that map as well. Revan being an SMG, really getting shut down by Kia and Crazy on 100%. The last map. So we'll see what he can do in the S&D and if he can bounce back quick, and if the side of Cabal holistically could bounce back as well.
I think regardless of what happens here, I think Cabal, they just got to play on the same page. They got to get coordinated here, especially on their offenses as well, making sure that you're not, I don't know, just I've seen plays, right, where teams, they'll take the bomb, they'll go for a little cheeky flank or something, or they'll try and get cute with it where they don't really have a strategy in mind, and that can end up costing teams, right? Where you're solo challenging a bomb site by yourself or something like that. You got to make sure that you're, coordinating your efforts together, making sure you're hitting the bomb site as a unit, as a team, utilizing your smoke grenades. We talked about that a little bit before. And obviously, sniper rifles probably going to be playing an aspect as well. And I'm not exactly sure who's going to be pulling out the boomstick for either of these teams. I'm not sure who it was last time for Blitz. I'm not even sure if they used it, honestly. I don't think they did last time. So I'm not sure if that'll end up being it. Do you know, Nick, who's going to be sniping for these teams? Because I have no idea.
Usually I do believe it's if I remember correctly, I think it's Vanta that pulls out, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. And then I do not know for the side of Cabal. They've been switching it around. Nico pulls it out sometimes. Sometimes it's Cope. It just really depends on how the team is feeling. And how we can see each side play. It's one of those things that it's like we saw Revan have a very slow start with the SMG in hand. Maybe he will pull out that sniper just trying to get some easy kills for himself as well. I don't really know, man. I think it's just more of a who has the hot hand.
Yeah.
Kinda
I
thing.
would tend to agree with you. I feel like it's if as long as you have a teammate or a team where multiple people are decent enough with the sniper, it can be kind of like whoever's feeling it type of deal. So I mean, I guess we'll end up seeing if they
Yeah.
even use the sniper rifle. I know last time I don't even think Blitz used the sniper rifle the entire time, which kind of surprised me, threw me for a little bit of a loop as well, because that's typically not something you see, especially when they are allowed in a series. So we'll end up seeing if that takes is an impact, as well as we are loaded on in to map number 2 here. I do believe, and I will see if I can get the teams flipped, the maps flipped as well. Looks like maybe the teams themselves might be flipped. We might get a reset here. It looks like nobody knows what freaking side they want to be on. So we'll come back to us for a moment as we'll get that situated here in a second. Typical Call of Duty things, right, Nick?
Yeah, definitely. So it does look like also Envy giving us a little info there. It's going to be Kia and Revan playing the sniper. The battle that I was talking about on map 1 that Kia was able to dominate in. And we'll see if, he can do the same thing headed into the next series as well. Into the next map, I should say.
Yeah, we'll see if that ends up being a case that, you did already point out. I do believe, yeah, just the slang's got to kick up as a whole for Cabal, especially, they came out definitely really cold.
Yeah.
And it was, Zarnok, he did kick up, during the middle of that game. It wasn't enough to get the W, but he went on that huge spree in the middle of P1 and P2, able to get them spawns for a little bit and quite a bit of P1 time off of that. Looking at him to keep up the slang as well, as it looks like we might have another lobby reset, actually. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it looks like they crashed as well. I typically don't do this very often, but I'm going to actually throw it to a quick intermission here. So apologies, guys. We'll get this situated in a moment. I don't want to keep yapping my lungs off for no reason, but we'll be back here in a moment, guys. Stay tuned. And we are back with map number 2, I do believe, after a reset there. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. You know, fingers crossed, right, guys? That's all you can do is hope and pray that Call of Duty is working in your favor. Not even just like your team, but just the game itself is actually going to work and cooperate with you. You know how many struggles we've had over the years with this. It's kind of ridiculous, but we are in and we are loaded, and it's going to be the sniper rifle coming on out for Kia, but he's not going to spot anything, so we'll go off him for a moment. It's already first blood, Vanta with Cope.
Yeah, and a huge first blood happening for the side of Blitz. It is Revan, though. That's going to be able to get this bomb down for free here. He has the AR in hand, now pulling out the sniper here early. But again, this side of Blitz is going to get another kill. It's going to be Vanta again onto Zernak as well. Now left up in the 2v3 as Crazy goes down, and so does Revan with the sniper, and that's going to be that. The round is won here by the side of Blitz. They're able just to play slow and retake perfectly there. And this is not the start you want for the side of Cabal.
Yeah, not the best start. I mean, I was honestly surprised they were able to even plant that bomb there, Nick, with Crazy watching over it from mid there. It seemed like they were not going to get it, but regardless, they do get the retake and Blitz Blackout. They strike first in round number 1. Still seeming like they're riding off that momentum from map number 1, looking good in the slaying department, and now it's going to be up to Cabal on their offense. Going to be up to Blitz Blackout on their offense to see what they have to convert this one. It looks like it's going to be a 4-hit toward B, or maybe a 3-hit, 3-1 split toward B so far. And it looks like Arson's going to get picked in mid. That's a huge first blood.
Definitely a huge first blood here for the side of Omega, but they have 3 players close to this 10 building. They need to try to figure this out here and just play the wrap route maybe, as Nico does go down, and this is when Crazy's going to engage here, as he does spot out one. Does he spot out the second one as well? I do believe so, as Vanta now gets the information relayed over. He's going to try to find the kills, maybe play this to the other site, as we see the new site coming out from Revan as well.
Yeah, looks like a rotation potentially with 40 seconds left. They don't have a whole lot of info, do Blitz. They don't know if A is cleared out yet, so they got to be careful here. Kia with the sniper rifle especially has to be careful holding this iron here. But it will be Vanta pushing up close. He's going to be the first man on the scene, the first line of engagement. We'll see if he can get something going. Actually, that's going to be Crazy. Excuse me. Codcaster, love it. He's going to go slide into the side door, gets taken out. 1 for 1, though. Still possible for Cabal here in the 2v2. They know Kia with the sniper is going to be in the back, and Zarnak loses an important one with the sun somehow. Vanta wins that one. And now Cope left in the 1v2. Bomb is going to go down. All left to do.
Hard one to do, and he's not going to be able to win it. Not a lot of time left on the clock, and it is a hard one to do.
Yeah, Vanta 6-0 as well. I mean, look at this start he's having so far in this search and destroy. I believe the last time I watched him as well, it was Vanta as well, doing a lot of the slaying in search and destroy. Definitely seems like he's comfortable in this game mode. Definitely probably playing it maybe a little bit more so than some of the other game types, especially. I think I remember playing S&D with Vanta at some point a long time ago. Maybe I'm tweaking. I could be wrong, but it seems like I remember his gamer tag from somewhere, so it's probably the place it was. But regardless, a great start for him, and close to that Hellstorm missile, and now 2-0 edge up for Blitz in this one. Really looking at Cabal to answer back here, but I mean, another first blood, and this time it's Crazy.
Again, the first blood's just not going the way of Cabal early into this one. And it is Revan trying to make a play into the middle of the map. He does spot out Crazy, but can't get any shots to go the way. Cope going to be able to trade it out again, as he does find out another one as well. Vanta's still alive, though. This is a man that you have to worry about if you're the side of Blitz. He's 6-0, starting off very hot in the S&D. If the rotation does look to come in, and the smoke does go down on the line of sight for the sniper, this is not what you want to see. But Vanta now engaging the play, does get taken out, but an nade kill coming in. Oh, and it's a team nade as well, as their knock finally does go down. And the mistakes just not going their way.
Yeah, not the best round there. Unfortunate team nade there really was the fate sealer there as Zarnak, you know. Maybe had he won this 1v1, it could have been possible against the sniper, but yeah, the team nade definitely sealed the deal on that round, and now Blitz Blackout. I mean, 3-0 up. Just seems like they are converting. Whether they have man up or man down, it doesn't seem to matter. They are just, I mean, on fire so far. 3-0. And I mean, back on the offense, Kia really hasn't had to do anything with the sniper so far, to be honest, Nick. I mean, he's only had 1 kill so far, but his teammates are just getting all the kills for him.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you want to see from you know, a guy that's arguably been very good at this game mode, an S&D star. Kia looking for this line of sight onto Cope. He does spot him out, giving the information over to his teammates at least that there is a player here. As a smoke does go down, bomb looking to get planted here as Revan is going to be up top window. Arson now playing this outer position, just shouldering it. Does take out Cope as well. Very, very crucial kill onto this one. Now they have the information of where these players are going to be out. The stun comes in as well. And again, this is where you want to see this, you know, this plant go down, but it's Cernak and Nico that are able to combine for 2. Is this going to be the round that comes in for the side? And it is! Oh my god! Revan with a huge double up.
What a win there. I mean, he basically slid off the map had he not won that gunfight. That would have been kind of troll, but he's able to kill him right before he falls off the edge here. Vanta, no ammo left, and Revan getting the 2-piece in that one. And a good retake, you know, for Cabal. That's the round they needed to get right there, right? I mean, they lost the first blood, and they still converted the round. So good signs of life for them. And a good clutch up from Revan, 2 in that round for him. 5 kills on the board. And he's going to need the rest of his teammates. He's going to need Zarnok. He's going to need Cope to step it on up here as we go forward on the offense. We'll see what they have in store for us. Looks like back toward B, but maybe a 2-2 split as it's going to be Cope running down mid, getting aggressive. First blood for them, and a good adjustment from Cabal here.
Yeah, and we've seen this before from this side. They love this middle route play. They're able to pick up a crucial kill onto Crazy, who has been a thorn in their side in that middle of the map. As Kia does get the sniper kill, no check of the corner, and now only left up into a 2v3. It's Cernak and Revan who have it. Revan having the bomb on the back close to this site. He needs to try to get a plant in to, you know, alleviate the pressure for Cernak here, making this rat play as he does find the rat, but does not get it up. And again, Arson going to be going down. And again, now left up into the 2v2. What can they find?
Yeah, they are so split right now as well. Zarnok finally going to get active as well. Backs up, gets the kill in transition, and now left to Vanta in the 1v2. Can he clutch up? I mean, 7 kills for him already in this search and destroy. Definitely possible. The timing not going to work in his favor, though. Chow's both of them mid. And Cabal are going to get another one on the board. 2 in a row. Don't call it a comeback here, Nick. Cabal starting to heat up.
Yeah, and this man on your screen as well, start now 7-2. You know, that 6-0 start for Vanta has been completely washed out as Revan comes back alive here. This is a man that we needed. We talked about it going into this map, that he needed to be alive in this one, and he is starting off hot, continuing to try to fry. Now 7-2 for him on a 4 streak. We'll see what he can do on the defensive side here in the next one as we head out into this one. No one picking up on there for the side of Blitz. You saw them all turn, and it is going to be a little bit of a slow timing now as Revan is going to be up close and personal into your face and in this tin building as he does get spotted out and taking a couple pop shots into it. We'll see what happens on the transition, though.
Smoke's gonna come down. That's the go button, right? Nice shots through the smoke. Wow, Nico just beams him through the smoke, looking like he didn't lose any aim assist. Arson with the answer back, though, and Nico trapped in his tin area. Kia gets the job done. 3 are gonna fall, and now left to Cope. The lone man on the island does get one back at the very least, but bomb is gonna go down shortly, I would imagine, here as Arson does scurry on back toward it. So about 45 seconds and change for Cope to work with to try and get this retake done.
Yeah, definitely an interesting. He's left up into this 1v2. He's got to split these players up, and it's really going to be a hard one to do as they're just going to control this middle of the map. He gets Vanta, though, now in the 1v1, left up against Arson. This is going to be an interesting one as Arson comes up through mid. I do believe they get the spot out onto each other, and they know where each other are now. And it is going to be Cope that just runs to this bomb. And is he going to be able to have the timing to stick this? And I do believe he does, as Arson is too far away, gonna be able to stick it there, and that's gonna be another round now, tying it up and clutching it up for Cope as well. 3-3 tie here, and it is, you know, the snowball effect happening here for the side of Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal definitely clutching up in some of these rounds. I mean, that was a nice 1v2 for them to get. Maybe a little bit of a scam from Banta there as he was watching mid. Didn't need to go, I mean, on the top ropes there and kind of give him a bad positioning as well to deal with Cope in mid-map. Mid-map, I mean, you know, definitely not the best angle to approach there, but you have the head glitch usually more often than not. And I mean, Banta gave him too much of his body. And he wins the 1v1 with a nice little defuse there. His aggression on this round from mid, from Cabal. Rinse and repeat, but this time it's all four members. Revan getting aggressive, wins the 1v1. He's got to stay alive, though. Very low HP here. He's able to chime on it with his teammates, and there we go. Aggression is paying off this round for Cabal.
It is a very big payoff, but you see the wrap route kind of happening for Kia here as he does throw up a nade into the top, and a bomb is going to be planted left in the 3v2. This is where it gets interesting, though. How do the side of Omega try to play this in the later half of this round? And Cernak hopping out of that top window, and now Arson have to play back so he doesn't get wrapped, and Cernak able to beam him out of the map. Another round going for the favor of Cabal Omega. 4-3 now.
Yeah, they are coming roaring back into this SND. I mean, 4 rounds straight. I mean, I love the plays we're seeing, the confidence we're seeing out of them as well. The man up, man down doesn't seem to matter. They're just like playing with the utmost confidence, you know, and sometimes that doesn't matter, right? If it's a bad play, if it's a good play, as long as you're playing together with composure, with confidence, I mean, the plays can work out, and it clearly is working out so far for them. 4 straight and 2 away from sealing map number 2 here. I mean, if you're Blitz Blackout, you can't let this one slip away.
Yeah, we have seen the Blitz side be a little bit lackluster on their offensive side late into this one, as Cope is going to be roaming into the bomb. He has a teammate for help as well, as they do try to hit out this A site again. This is a little bit harder to do on this broken dojo side, as again, Revan does go down into the middle of the map. Not what you want to see for the first blood, as it is going to be the first blood here for the side of Blitz. They need to try to find more of these kills. They do have one holding down server station, and it's going to be crazy holding a cred ball angle, as Cernak has one as well. Now Arson pushed up as he does, I believe, spot out that cross, as it is going to be crazy in there for free, but Cernak there for the trade. And it's going to be a back route. Nico able to get one, now left up into the 2v2. This is where we see this side of Omega really clutch up the rounds here, but the last player does go down. Now it's Arson and Vanta left up into it, and Vanta just roaming into the map, able to bring it back alive for his side. Now 4-4.
There we go. That was a much-needed shutdown round. It probably should have happened sooner. I'm not gonna lie, Nick. I feel like Blitz should have been shutting down some of these rounds that they've been losing here, especially that 1v2 that Cope pulled off. But they will shut down this one, so at the very least, they'll get the offensive round victory and, you know, sending us to 4-4 going forward. I mean, only a couple rounds left now. There can't be any mistakes really from either of these teams if you want to claim map number 2 here. And it's going to have to be a very important offense from Cabal. Can you convert this one? This is probably for the marbles here.
Yeah, I do believe so as well. This is one that they need to clutch up, or it is not going to be a map win for them, as the nade comes out for Revan, and it's connecting onto, Arson, and it's connecting on to Revan there. A huge kill, opening up the first blood, and then already having the rotation. Kia going to be knowing this, and he has the spot out, but he does get taken care of. Now left up into the 3v3.
Are knocked in an awkward position, though, but he absolutely guns crazy on the head glitch, and that is one you cannot lose if you are crazy there. He had the positioning, but just gets, obliterated in that one, and now a potential for them to plant the A bomb site as well. It's just Arson here. I mean, Vanta can flank, but he's going to elect not to. He's going to regroup with Arson, so 3v2 advantage now for Cabal. You got to hold this.
Yeah, this is a crucial one for Cabal. They have to win this round, as the spot out does happen for Cope, and the stun does connect, as Nico able to get the connection kill onto Vanta. Now left up to Arson by himself. We've seen this man clutch up rounds before, but he cannot do it, and it's going to be a 5-4 scoreline. Map point for the side of Cabal Omega.
Map point in what was, potentially a 2-0 look for Blitz Blackout in this one. How it has slipped away from them. They won the first 3, but the last couple of rounds have not gone their way, losing the last 5 out of 6. And now map point now for Cabal to potentially tie things up heading into this map number 3. This is a big one. You got to shut them out here, and we'll see what the offense looks like for Blitz Blackout. Where do they elect to go? And it looks like Bomb might be heading toward B. It looks like they're just going to 4-stack this, potentially. Maybe a 3-1 split. I do like this. Just aggression toward the B bomb site, but they got to be careful because there's players lurking toward mid. And so far, Kia just kind of being annoying with the SMG, just being a presence toward mid-map, so nobody's squeaking on through, and nobody dying yet. Bomb might potentially get planted here.
Yeah, this is a slowdown round for the side of Blitz, as a spot out does come in, and it's a trade out for both teams, as it's a 1-for-1 now left up in the 3v3, and Cope gets perfect timing here into the middle of the map. He's gonna spot out one. Can he get more though? And he's not gonna be able to get Vanta, almost winning that gunfight as well. And now a 2v2 to decide the fate. Do we go round 11, or will it be the side of Omega that take this one?
Maybe a little bit of an overchow there from Cope. He didn't really have teammates support. Look at this positioning from Revan, though. They might spot him out in transition. The pre-fire is going to come through, so they know he's here now. And they might just elect to back up toward B, but nobody biting for Cabal. They still think it's going to be B, and they are correct. Zarnok still here, backing on up through Dojo. He has his teammates positioning. Revan just holding the iron, holding the line. Left to Crazy to clutch the map. 1v2. 15 seconds left, and he's going to sneak up on our Zarnok, though. Crazy gets the kill. 15 seconds now. He can pick up the bomb. He can still plant it, and look at this positioning from Revan. He backs up. He thinks it might be A. It's going to come down to timing. 5 seconds left. The bomb's going to get planted. Crazy spotted on the bomb. The positioning, no, he doesn't finish him off. Pistol shots, not good enough. No, they are, and Revan clutches up the round 10 here, and they'll tie it up in 1.
Yeah, 10 and 5 from Revan is what you want to see after that abysmal map number 1. And he is able to clutch it back up for his team, take it the distance. 6-4 is your scoreline, and it is looking good for the side of Cabal Omega as we head back into it. Now tied at 1s here.
Yeah, a great SND, honestly, a great bounce back, all things considered, from Cabal there. They, showed out for sure in that one. That was a great signs of life, honestly, because they started off pretty shaky in that search, I will say. They lost the first 3, and they, weren't exactly the best rounds of search and destroy, and they ended up clutching up. I will say, it was kind of a couple scams from Blitz in that one for sure that allowed Cabal to win that one as well, especially that 1v2. I said it from Cope, able to win that one, the Vanta scam. Maybe that comes back to bite you, but, we'll see if that ends up being the case, as we are heading to Overload, and it's going to be Scar coming up next, so we'll see. I mean, who's going to be shooting? It was Blitz in that map number 1. I mean, I guess, who are you predicting to win this one, Nick?
We've seen the side of Blitz be very dominant in the Overload game mode, and it's really just if the side of, Omega do come back alive into the respawn game mode. They need to try to steal a respawn here. We have 2 headed into it. We have that Overload. We have the next hard point. We're definitely going to see that map number 4. So again, we just need to see one of these maps gets stolen by the side of Cabal Omega, and then we head to that full series. I do believe their chances, get a lot higher when we go into that Scar S&D. So it gets interesting here if they're able to steal one of these. And I do believe, the work has been done for the side of Cabal Omega. They're trying to find more of these kills to go their way. They need to try to start off a little bit faster than what they did in map number 1.
Yeah, we'll see if they have a better pace for sure than they did in map number 1. I mean, it was, I mean, Blitz, they started off really strong, and Cabal, they came roaring back. They were trading blows with them once we went to that second rotation of hills, but they just dug themselves too big of a hole in that map number 1 to really climb themselves out of as they went deeper into that map. So, I mean, I'm looking for them to start off strong. They have to start off strong in this map number 3, I believe, Nick, where if they're able to take this Overload, I think that's how you do it. And I mean, Scar is one of those maps you got to be very careful to not get spawn trapped on as well. You see it a lot of the times where, if a team gets 4 dead, away the kills, I mean, you can be kind of in the blender for the next 30 seconds to a minute if you're not careful. So it's one of those where I'm cautiously optimistic, but I think Omega, they got to start off strong.
Definitely so. I do believe, Dink, that we are going to be seeing the run back happen tonight. If this does, go for the side of Cabal Omega early into the series, I'm not positive on that. We will figure that out for you as we head later into this, but I do believe so. We will see that run back happen. It has to be the side of Cabal Omega that win it, though. So we're still pretty far away from that right now, tied at 1s. So we don't really. I mean. It's going to really determine on these respawns for me here for the side of Cabal. They have to edge one out. They have to be able to take one from the side of Blitz that have been dominant in the hard point, have been dominant in the Overload type game mode. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I feel like the best advantage Blitz have is in hardpoint, probably not overload. I think map number 4, if we do go to Den, or well, we are gonna go to Den regardless, but if when we do go to Den, I think that's one that Cabal has the best chance of winning against a team like Blitz,
Yeah.
but we'll see what ends up happening. I know Den, a lot of the time it goes down to the wire, like the 20-ish points, is usually the margin or so when I see Den. Even when the pro teams play, right? This can be a really mixy map with spawns kind of flip-flopping a lot of the time. They're very, I guess, sensitive, you
Yeah.
could say, where, you have to really be hard blocking on this map to make sure that you're not spawning out. So we'll see if that ends up
It
being the
reminds me of
case.
a map like Rewind from the
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it just reminds me of that, like, close engagement. Your ARs have to play very block heavy into the map as well, especially on that, like, P2, P3, P4 side. All of those can be very big money hills if your ARs are blocking correctly, and, we have seen the better AR play come out of the side of Cabal Omega right now. But the SMGs have been very more dominant for the side of Blitz. So it's a coin flip
Yeah,
onto what's gonna happen.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, what ends up happening, obviously, it's overload, and I mean, it's going to be one of those games where it's on Scar, right? So, I mean, your ARs, you got to be frying with the ARs if you are Blitz, right? And I mean, it's not like they had poor performances map one, but maybe just not as flashy as the SMGs kind of taking over as well. We'll see if that ends up playing a factor because I feel like Scar, it can be one of those stalemate type of maps as well. Let's say like the break doesn't go anybody's direction. You could be kind of just fidgeting around mid map for the next couple of minutes, just trying to make sure you're clearing out and especially on Scar 2, it's probably the hardest to convert a score once you do get that opening wave of kills. You still have to slay them off of spawn, and ARs just kind of be pre-aiming there for the long sight line. So you got to be careful. Once you do get into their base, it can be really easy to score, but I feel like getting into their base can be the hard part.
Yeah, and that's really the question. Like, how are we gonna start here on the overload as it is gonna get loaded in, ladies and gentlemen?
I
So
don't even think he's in
we
here,
will
Nick.
be going to Scar overload. I don't think everybody's in the lobby, but we'll try to figure it out for you here, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm not positive on what's gonna happen here. We'll see who is that a sniper getting pulled out in
Yeah, I don't know
overload right
what's
now?
going
What
on.
are we
I don't know.
doing?
I'm just gonna pretend this isn't happening because it's not happening right now. I don't think this is this is actual gameplay, so I'm just not even gonna switch it. Uh, Looks like I'm reading the chat right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like it. Oh, okay. I guess he crashed as well. So I'm not sure what's we're just waiting for him to I guess to reset as well. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I see. I think tech started it so the lobby wouldn't crash potentially. Okay, I see what's happening here. We'll get it.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll get
yeah,
him in
yeah.
here in a moment, guys. We're just waiting on obviously another PC crash. So I don't know what's going on with people's computers tonight, Nick.
It's just Call of Duty, man.
Yeah,
COD being COD, COD doing COD things.
COD being COD things. It is what it is. I mean, I guess we could talk a little bit about the series going down the line because I think both of us are thinking this is probably has map number 5 written on it. I think that's kind of where I'm
Yeah.
leaning as well. So we could talk a little bit going further into the series. I mean, it's going to be Den Hardpoint, and then I guess Scar S&D map number 5. I mean, if we do end up reaching there, let's say Blitz wins the Overload. Let's say Cabal wins the Hardpoint. I mean, who do you got map number 5 in the Scar search?
And that's where it gets interesting for me because it's a different map than Din, but it also has those long sight lines that you've seen before in a Din S&D as well. It was the side that was looking a little bit better on it at the beginning for Blitz, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you have to like figure it out. Like it's really for me, it's who's going to be going hot into that match, and if the side of Cabal are able to take map number 4 and not take map number 3, I think they'll be a little bit more in that hot category, ready to go, ready to ramp up, and ready to fry. And we've already seen them do very well on S&D as well. They did start off slow, but they came back with very big chained rounds that were just going their way consistently. I believe they won 4 rounds before they even lost one after the first 3. So I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just have to see. It's just really who's going to be frying in the moment.
Everybody's saying mid-map game restarts. I love the chat. We'll see. We'll see who ends up coming out on top. And honestly, I feel like long breaks like this are typically not great for the players. You can kind of ice people that are starting to
Yeah.
get warm, right? I know, I hate long breaks myself. I kind of just want to get into the action when I'm playing. not have to take. I mean, maybe a 5 to 10 minute break's not so bad, but once it starts getting past that, it can be kind of shocking when you're just sitting there waiting for people's PCs to get loaded and people crashing and lobbies reset and all that jazz. So I
Did
mean,
you
we'll see if that ends up being a
did,
factor or not.
did, did you catch Graph stream the other day?
Which one?
In Zoned
Fake graph,
Out?
real graph?
Oh, uh, Graph the Giraffe.
uh, I don't think so. No.
Okay, so he was casting a losers semifinal, I believe, and from map 4 to map 5, it took an hour and a half to
Oh,
get them
what the hell?
started.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
god.
was crazy.
I'm scared now. You're
It was it was all because it was all because of like they wanted to do Monty cams and like all that
oh, that
stuff
took
as
an
well.
hour and a half to set up money camps?
Yeah,
Are we
bro.
are we are we for real?
It was for both teams though. It was for
Oh
both
my
teams though, I
god.
think.
I
So
pray. I pray that doesn't happen tonight. COD gods, please. I beg of you, please do not
please
have
no.
me here for an hour and
No.
a half.
Please no.
I don't think that's gonna happen. What's
Yeah,
the
it's
longest one you've done, Nick? Because I don't think I've ever had one go past like
uh
I think the longest I have is like 30 to 40 minute delay because of internet issues. But other than
I
that, I
th-
don't think I've had one go past
I
that.
in like BO6 I had one that was like an hour and 45 minutes delay
Oh wow.
because of like
I guess
people
the
throwing too many stuns,
yeah
not having the right
GAs
settings, like
yeah
it was all kind of weird stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
And
guess
then the
if you're
league
not
had to decide what they were gonna do with the GAs.
yeah, well that takes a while too because people have to look at clips and stuff like that, right? They got to
Mm,
make sure that they're getting the right
yeah.
ruling, but that usually doesn't take that long. I feel like people just are slow. I don't know, lack of communication, just people yelling and
Or
arguing.
the one team thinks the GA was broken and it wasn't really broken, so they
Yeah,
have to explain
exactly.
why it wasn't broken, and then they don't agree with that explanation. So the
Yeah,
longest
exactly.
actual one I think I've done though was in the Havoc League, when there was someone that was cheating in there and we had to figure it out after the map, and it
Oh
took
yeah,
like 2 hours to
I'm
figure.
sure that'll take a while because you have to PC check somebody like
Yeah.
right on the spot, and that takes
Yeah.
time for sure. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
understandable at
But
least.
it was after the series though, granted. So it
Oh,
wasn't like during
okay,
the series, which helps a little bit, but
fair enough, fair enough.
I don't really count that one because it was after the series, you know?
Yeah, I think the longest one beside well, not on my channel, I guess, was probably the EWG land, but that was like for the Battle.net thing because they were all trying to sign in at different locations than they were
Yeah,
actually at, and they
that's
had to use
true.
VPNs to even sign in and shit like that. So it did take a long time. It took like 2 hours, I think, for them to finally set everything up. But I mean, that wasn't really like it wasn't even that bad, honestly, considering, but it is what it is. That stuff happens, but hopefully we don't have an issue like that tonight. I hope not. I'm down on my hands and knees just praying that doesn't happen, but it looks like honestly, we're probably going to need quite a bit more time. So I'm just going to send it to another break, guys, while we're just sitting here yapping. I know, probably not the best to send it to a bunch of breaks, but it is what it is. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back hopefully sooner rather than later with some more action. So stay tuned and we'll be back. Wow, what a break we just went on. We are officially back, it looks like, and we are going to be playing a map 3 after all, despite all the GPU issues Noah's having. We're going to be playing this map number 4, I guess. Yeah, it looks like we're loaded on in, and we're going to be playing it, I guess. So we'll see what ends up happening here, and hopefully we'll get some high action Call of Duty. Hopefully this doesn't affect Zarnok too much. I know, definitely not ideal, but I mean, we'll see what ends up happening here as we're loaded on in to Scar Overload.
Yeah, and we start off on the side of Cabal Omega. They're going to be on the better side here, offer just a little bit of more pressure coming through on this side. You see Zarnok already coming through that top window, not able to get the kill, and it's Kia and Vanta that combine for 3 onto the map, and Vanta already pushing this out. He does not have a blocker in, but it does not matter as he clutches it up, and it's another 4 dead for the side of Blitz, and they look to continue to try to roll this one out.
Yeah, this is looking not great off the start. We were talking about it a long time ago. You might have forgotten had you been here the whole time, but I mean, that's not what you want, a 4 dead off the rip, because you can relay here, but thankfully, it's going to be Nico shutting down, getting a double kill in transition, so no second cap off the break here as they will stabilize their base for the moment, but it's going to be Kia shutting down one plane, but he does have one right behind him. That's going to be Nico for a 3rd one here. Nico for a 4th one as well, so hold up. This could potentially be a drone going through.
It does get stopped at the goal line again, and it's going to be Kia jumping off the top rope, but Cope here for another 2, and it's a 3-piece for him, an early recap for the side, and it is going to come in early here, now 1-1. You saw the timing being held here just a little bit, and it does look like this side of Cabal Omega, granted all of the stuff that they went through, do go 4 dead again, unfortunately, as we head back to this P3 side and the chain trying to come on. But they need these kills to go their way early as a 2-for-2 trade does come out, and this is where we need to see the side of Revan and Coke try to step this up a little bit here and bring their team back alive. Their main AR not really having the best of, starts, and you need to have something go your way as Revan is 1-6 as well. You need to start to turn this round, and it really was their knock in the last one, in the last respawn game mode, one that was able to, bring them back alive. Can he do something here, or is it too much for the side of Cabal Omega?
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been a decent showing from them, despite PC issues. I mean, Zarnok, he's not even really having that bad of a game. I mean, it can be, maybe a little bit easier that he's on an AR map like Scar, using that M15 to its fullest extent here. Maybe not as costly as maybe a map like Colossus, where you got to be very active with your movement, very snappy with your aim, but we'll see. I mean, Revan, looking at him to step it on up here, but he's in their base doing his thing, gets hit one, but immediately shut on down, so the drone will reset, and Arson is here, but I mean, an iron wall of red arrows there, nothing he can do in that.
An unfortunate scenario. Now Zarnok up close. Can't find anything to go, but Cope does get a trade out. Now it's a 3v3 for this ball. And it is obviously, the harder side to score here for the side of Cabal as the streaks do come in again, looking to try to make this one go. And he does kill his teammate, unfortunately. And a knife kill as well from Vanta. And it goes their way, but Zarnok with the ball in hand, looking to try to score it in. And he does so. Now the side of Cabal up 2-1, looking to try to continue to fry here.
Wow, Zarnok, I mean, that is how you play the objective when maybe your PC is not up to par right now. He just takes the drone and he's gone with it, just takes a route. And I mean, that's something you can do. You don't have to even shoot your gun there, just puts one through, and now it's going to be Cabal with the lead thanks to a nice individual play from Zarnok. PC be damned. He is trying to set us to map number 4, up to 2-1 for Cabal right now, and maybe another one potentially going through crazy. The last line of defense, it's going to be Nico on the flip side, able to get one through, and now it's going to be Cope with the drone. Can he get the shots in? And no, they are going to stabilize, so it's going to be better for Blitz on this relay here potentially, but I mean, they got some more gunfights to win mid-map.
We'll see if they can try to find something as crazy. He's pushed up now to this P5 side, looking to try to score on A here, but it is the opposite side, pushing up into the spawn of the side of Blitz. They need to try to figure this one out. The timing's not really working out as Revan gets absolutely spin on by Arson there, making the place happen for his team right now as Zernak does combine for another one with his teammate. Scope does get one in with that pistol as well. And now it's Zernak by himself, left alone on the hill, does not see Crazy there. And he's able to wipe it out. That's going to be a 4 dead. Now pushing to the other side. And it is going to be Kia with that zone in hand, having the pistol out as well. And it's going to be Vanta able to get that trade out as well. More kills going the way of Blitz. And it's Kia just running it in for free now as he is able to score. Arson on another 3 streak. Make it 4 for him.
Arson going crazy in their base, able to slay out, and that's how they got the second one in. And now 10 seconds left. They might be getting another one here. Crazy lead blocker as well. Just left to Nico. 4 dead. And the second score in a row there. An unfortunate ending to that half as what looked like maybe Cabal coming out of the gates swinging. But Blitz Blackout, they're going to get the one score advantage going into halftime here and maybe crumbling in the end of the half there for Cabal.
Yeah, a little bit of, misplays just happened, maybe pushed up a little bit too much. You saw the spawns, for the side of Cabal not really come into the favorable side on that point. And they're just able to walk it in for free on that recap. Something that you need to, hold your defensive line a little bit better there. We'll see if they can continue to try to do so as they head over onto the better side of the map of scoring. So we'll see if they can get more on the board here. They did very well on the bad side, but now it's the side of Blitz that have to try to figure something out on their bad side. Crazy, hitting some 360s off of the rip first.
Yeah. Doing some trick shots for sure, and he is able to get one, and now the drone picked up, but Revan loses it, and that's an important gunfight that he's able to win there as well for the side of Revan, or excuse me, for the side of Vanta. I don't know what I'm saying, but now it's going to be Blitz Blackout trying to push forward, but Cope shuts it down on the overextension, but more players in his base, and this is not a good position for them to be in. Now, Arson finds himself the last member, so it looks like for now Cabal will stabilize, but did they read Arson? It doesn't matter because Zarnok checks top blue off a spawn. But, I mean, the drone will reset at the very least, so Cabal, they dodge a bullet there.
Definitely so, dodging a huge bullet as it is a chow out from the side of Blitz Blackout. And it's going to be Crazy and Vanta again connecting for all of these kills. And Crazy able to score in the chain kill as well. They're looking to try to chain these up for the side of Blitz. They need to hold their defensive line here just a little bit. The spawn outs are a little bit weird, but Vanta trying to do it by himself. Crazy now up with 3 in his face. He gets 1. Can he get any more? He cannot. Now Kia by himself with the point on the back.
Look at where Arson is. Yeah, he just runs down mid-map. Nobody was watching it, and he might be able to turn and burn on Zarnok. That is a tough way to lose a gunfight there. I like what Cope was able to do, at least push the drone out a little bit further since he lost all of his teammates, but now this is going to be a potential 5th one going in for the side of Blitz Blackout, and it will be, yeah, Crazy able to get another one on the board. This has been a great half so far for Blitz. Ever since that last ending of the first half, they have not looked back so far, slaying with the best of them, converting their scores, and they're on the drone reset.
They look to try to chain this again. Arson combines for another big 2-piece here. He's he is 18 and 16, 22 and 13 from Vanta, but they go 3 dead in the spawn, and it is going to be another score going their way. 6-2 scoreline. We talked about this side of Blitz Blackout being demons in this game mode, and so far they're proving so as they continue to try to fry, but a pinstripe kill feed comes on through in the dying seconds of this one.
Yeah, but potentially Revan has the drone, but yeah, by his lonesome, nothing he could really do there as no teammates support. He was trying to get a fast one before they spawned, but just didn't have the timing window. And now Crazy, getting some crazy movements, some crazy shots there, able to get 1. And now his teammates combine on in for the slays out. It's just Revan toward mid-map, but he gets the advantage. He gets the double kill. That'll slow any sort of progression here. Revan going for the 3rd, but unable to get the 3rd one. But, I mean, honestly, Cabal running out of time in this map right here. 2 minutes left, and I mean, they got to get 4 scores to send us to OT.
That's a hard ask to do for the side of Cabal. It looks to be very difficult to try to find anything going their way right now as Arson looks to try to run in this next point, but does get taken down. Now Vanta up for the task. He does connect onto 2. Crazy with the 3rd as well as Cope tries to play this last little bit of play onto his spawn. Does connect onto that capture point, and they look to try to recap this back through the middle of the map.
Arson gets through yet again. They're just letting this guy into your base. He's only able to get one, but I mean, that might allow them to go for it. And yeah, Crazy gets the pinch. He has one more gunfight to find. The trade is through. And there we go. Lucky number 7 rings true. And now a minute left. And this is probably just over. Yeah, this is definitely just over at this point. I mean, it's really whether or not Blitz Blackout can put the 8th one on the board before we run out of time here, to be honest. So we'll be Blitz Blackout taking map number 3. And kind of an expected result is what we thought. But I mean, yeah, going into this dead hard point, I mean, we'll see if Cabal can gather any sort of steam, any sort of momentum just to shoot their guns a little bit back here, because, I mean, Revan having an incredibly tough map.
Yeah, you know, almost triple negative right now. Not what you want to see from a guy like him. Zernak does get that score back into it, so it does help a little bit. Looks a little bit less on the scorecard as we finish this one off. But you see the side of Blitz already pushed up through this B point, trying to find this last capture zone as they do connect onto kills. Now Pistol goes in, and it's just too little, too late for the side of Cabal Omega. And it is going to be 8-3 here. Score for the side of Blitz Blackout as they dominate in this one.
Yeah, that wasn't really even particularly close there. 8-3, and I mean, Blitz Blackout, they show him the belt really in that one. I mean, I know maybe a little bit of a tough situation for Zarnok, you know, with his computer, but I mean, it was really Revan that map that was struggling immensely in the overload. And you know, we talked about it with the teamwork aspect. I mean, when you have one weak link in your chain, you know, it can spell disaster. Yeah, 14-30, not the best map from him. And you know what, was a promising start really for the side of Cabal. I mean, it just kind of shattered toward the end of that first half. And I mean, Blitz Blackout, they take full steam ahead in the second one. They close it out 8-3 here, and they're looking good heading into our den hard point. And I mean, I will say, Cabal, they can win this hard point. It's probably the best chance they're going to have at taking a respawn off of Blitz Blackout in this series. But really, are they going to be up for the task here? It's going to be tough.
Yeah, and especially for a guy like Revan that just, you know, had an abysmal map. You know, we did have that long break. Maybe that plays a factor into it as well. You know, but at the same time, you always have to be ready. You never know what's going to happen in the series. It's just one of those things. It's just, you know, we need to see the side of Cabal Omega look good in a respawn. They have
Yeah.
yet to look good in a respawn type game mode. The only really game that they really had under their belt was the S&D. And, you know, like you said, it was kind of trolled away too by the side of Blitz. They, you know, trolled some of these, you know, 2v1 opportunities, 3v1 opportunities as well, just to allow them to bring themselves back alive and have hope. It really was, you know, the side of Blitz to lose, and they did so in that S&D. But really, we need to see some kind of inkling of respawn prowess from the side of Cabal.
Yeah, I mean, map number 1, you know, they did lock in toward the end, but I mean, they were just in too big of a hole, right? So, I mean, map number 4, it has to be a better start. And I've said that pretty much every map so far. And I mean, I feel like every map, except for that overload, where they've had kind of a rough start. That was the only map where really, I mean, Cabal had the good start, was that overload, and how quickly that dissipated toward the end of that first half. We'll see. I mean, I think it's the same old thing I've been saying. You know, you got to start out strong. You got to finish strong, though, as well. So, I mean, Den Hardpoint, it's kind of the game mode of swings. I typically see a lot of scrap time on this map, kind of flip-flopping with the spawns, so it can get kind of mixy in that aspect. It's kind of a bigger map, too, as well, but, I mean, the way the spawns work, it's kind of flip-floppy as well, so it kind of reminds me a little bit of, like you said, like Rewind as well. You got to make sure you're anchoring those spawns. And it can be
Yeah.
definitely really annoying, especially if you get broken in the back, like you could be spawning in Timbuktu.
Yeah, they're very touchy on this map, and that's one of the reasons that, you know, it plays so much like Rewind. You know, Rewind being a, you know, substantially bigger map holistically, but at the same time, it's one of those maps where you had to anchor your spawns or it was just going to flip out too fast. And it's the same thing here. You really need your ARs to play those heavy flank routes, make sure that they're not getting flanked. And you need your SMGs to hit routes as well. And I look at a guy like Revan. We saw him hitting routes in map 1. He was just getting shut down way too often by
Yeah.
Kia. Though that battle really needs to be looked at a little bit more here in this next map. We need to see Revan try to bring himself back into the series here. And for Kia, just keep doing what you're doing. You've been, you know, shutting down the guy that has been on these lurk routes, has been on these flank routes a lot of the time. And just, you know, you need to continue to do so, because then you're putting a thorn in the side of Cabal at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I think what was the most surprising for me that map was, I mean, you know, we made a big fuss and deal about, you know, Zarnok's PC, not being the best. He actually played pretty well that map, I thought, to be honest. And you could definitely see he was not having the best like performance. He was lagging on the map. You could see him kind of rubber banding around a little bit too. So I mean, he kind of showed out. So I mean, honestly, if he continues to play well despite the issues with his computer, I feel like if Revan can step up, this is definitely possible for sure. They just got to lock in and show them what they're made of. I mean, they won map number 2. It seemed like they had the ice and the search and destroy. So, I mean, if they could win this hard point, anything's possible. If we head toward map number 5 on that Scar, I mean, they already won one S&D. They could definitely do it again. So just looking at the rest of his teammates, to get on the same page and just put up some better numbers in the slaying department, Nick.
Yeah, definitely so. And it was a slow start from Nico and Cope as well in the map number 1. We really need to see the whole team start off fast here, be able to break hills, be able to hold hills as well. Because in the first one, it was again a Colossus, more of a bang out style kind of a map. It just really didn't favor their play style at all. Whereas I think this Din does fall into the play style of Revan, of Zernok, of Cope, of Nico as well. So we'll see what happens here, though. But at the same time, you have to shut down Crazy. You have to shut down Kia. And, Vanta, another one that we haven't really talked about, but he has been frying consistently through the whole series so far. Arson as well. So you need to shut down this whole team when we talk about it.
Just the whole team. Yeah, just shut them all down. Why not? I mean, it looks like I have some updates for you guys, chat. It looks like it's going to be a substitute coming in. It looks like Noah or Zarnok is going to be stepping out of this one, I believe. So, I mean, PC issues gonna claim another person. Unfortunately, it looks like we have VRT coming. I believe that's Introvert coming in as well, potentially for map number 4 for Cabal. So I mean, potentially gonna shake things up a little bit here. I'm not sure if that's gonna help or if that's gonna hurt Cabal here. I mean, overall, it might hurt them as well, just because of the teamwork aspect, right? E-sub coming in, maybe not as familiar with your system, the way you like to play. And maybe, honestly, just probably Colt probably hasn't shot their weapon a whole lot yet as well. So mid-series substitutions can be kind of rough, but we'll see if that ends up affecting the Cabal boys and if they're still able to take map number 4 here. Because, I mean, honestly, it wasn't even really Zarnok in that last map that was struggling. It was Revan.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, Revan, it was more of an AR style map. He was playing SMG most of that map as well. And that's really why he got shut down. The SMG is just not capable to do the work that you need from your main, a Slayer that we have seen before on these maps. So at the same time, you just need to try to figure out something to go the way of Cabal. They just need something to go their way. They need something to line up for them. They need, to have, start off this map, 70 up is something that, looks good. But at the same time, you need to continue that pressure all the way through the series, all the way through the map. And if you don't do so, a team like the side of Blitz Blackout can really bring themselves back into a map. They've done it before. We've seen them do it. So, it's one of those things that we just talk about. It's a little bit harder when we talk about this map.
Yeah, 100%. And I do hear the beep, so we are loading on into map number 4 with the substitute coming in. We'll see if that ends up being impactful or not. It's going to be Blitz Blackout up 2-1 in this one, looking to close it on out. And I will flip the graphic, guys, in a second, I promise, as we will get the teams right. There we go. Should be the teams right on your screen now, as it's going to be Blitz Blackout on the time early. Crazy looking for a 1v1, but loses it. There we go. Revan with the first blood here. And now Blitz Blackout, a chance to potentially soak a little bit of time, but it's going to be Cabal roaring on back. I like this positioning from Nico. He's just going to back on up here, wait for the push coming from Dojo, but unfortunately, nobody's over there. Everybody flooding from mid.
Yeah, and you see this side of Blitz Blackout just flooding through mid. Not really what you want to see. Now you see the routes coming out from the side of Kia and Arson. And they are trying to find some of these pressure plays to go their way as Cope does connect onto one. Now 2-1 for him. He does have Crazy hitting the back line. It's actually Vanta. I do apologize about that. I saw the SMG in hand, but it is Vanta hitting that back line for the rotates. He does go down. And it's a 2-for-2 trade out that does happen. Cope trying to hold down this mid-couch position, but it's Crazy. Looking crazy right now as he continues to try, and it's going to be the side of Blitz Blackout that open up onto this P2 side, but the spawn's favor for the side of Cabal Omega.
Yeah, so far a pretty scrappy back and forth affair. It's kind of how Den goes typically so far. And okay, a double team kill nade. Unfortunately, probably somebody running right in front of Revan's nade. He's gonna kill somebody and himself. So not the best start on this P2 for Cabal Omega. Looking a little bit rocky so far. Oh my god, what a turn on there though. I mean, making up for that Semtex grenade right there. Unfortunately, unable to break the hill by his lonesome, but I mean, a crazy start for Revan as a little turn and burn action there. But at this point, I mean, you got to be rotating toward new. And I mean, Nico, they're going to be hitting scrap time, so they will break. But I mean, they got to start thinking about new. As there's only 10 seconds left, and I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we might have a reset going on. I'm not sure. Everybody's kind of standing still.
Yeah, an interesting standstill here happening on the middle of the map,
Yep.
as I do believe Vanta may be having a problem now. We'll see a full reset coming on through for this side. We have not reached that 100-point threshold, so I do believe they're just waiting for Tech to restart the map here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like I'm not. I guess maybe Vanta crash. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, everybody just leaving. I guess this will be a full. Oh, a smoke was thrown. Okay, I'm getting clarification live as it's happening. Somebody threw a smoke, I guess. So, they're gonna restart. I guess. They could have just switched the smoke. Honestly, it probably wouldn't have been that big a deal. Whatever. It is what it is. They're gonna restart. It looks like somebody throwing a smoke grenade. Yeah, keep your smokes in your pants, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Map count right now also 2-1 for the side of Blitz. They are doing well so far. I do believe we're going to get a reset here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we've talked about this series and maps so much now.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say anymore, man. I just want them to play the game, you know?
We could just sit here and you start taking shots every time somebody does something you know, that requires us to take an intermission or something, you know what I mean? Like we could be here for a good time, and I'm down at this point, honestly. We've been live for almost 2 hours
We'll
already
be
and we're still
crunk
on
at
map
the end of
4,
this.
you know.
Yeah, dude. We're still on map 4. We're still potentially having a series reset too if this goes on
Yeah.
through for the side of
Oh
Omega
god.
as well. You haven't even
I forgot.
thought about that,
I
have you,
forgot.
Clem? We still
I
have
forgot. I
another
forgot.
match potentially after this as well.
Oh, don't
If
scare me.
if Cabal is able to win it, so it's gonna be interesting here on the reset.
Yeah, I did forget. You're right. I definitely forgot that there could be a potential reset of the maps. You scared me with that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That hopefully,
yeah.
I mean, for our sake, I mean, at this point, I am kind of hoping Blitz closes out, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm down for another series, but if the next series is gonna be as long as this one, then I might be needing to get paid in some, I don't know, gummy bears or something as well, because I'm gonna need some food after this one. Maybe like some DoorDash or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me know, and let me you know, I'll shout out myself, honestly. Kryptonite did that the other day on main stage, or on his stream, Nick, where I said something about Prime. I meant Amazon Prime, and he's like, drop the Prime sub or something like that. I'm gonna do that tonight. Drop the Prime sub. Me and Nick out here fucking working our asses off, doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get some Prime subs as well, going, ripping and rolling. You know what I'm saying? You know, shameless plug, shameless plug.
Sir Knox said, "Clam, hit me up after this. He's got you."
My PC's blown up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your computer, Noah. I don't know, man. I'll try and help, but I'm not like the tech guy. I only know about the cooling thing because it happened to me. Before I had an issue with my heatsink dying. I had to get a new one. So I have no idea what's going on with your computer, man. I'll try and help though after we're done wrapping this up. But we are loaded on in, I believe, finally, to map number 4. Hopefully the teams can get on the right teams and we don't have another reset. I swear to God, Nick, they're gonna make me pull my fucking hair out before the series is over.
I swear, dude. I swear. Oh my goodness. Lord, man. What are we doing? I have to put new Zins in every time we
I
restart
swear,
a map or what? Like,
I'm literally gonna start drinking, bro. These guys are gonna make me start drinking. I swear to God.
yo, just pull it up on stream. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
low
it.
key,
Who
low
cares
key.
anymore,
I got
dude?
it somewhere here. Where is it? I need a glass, honestly. Ugh, honestly, I don't even know. It is what it is. I'm just gonna pull the map screen up. I don't know if Twitch likes it when you show it on stream. I feel like it's fine, but I don't know the rules on that,
Yeah.
TOS and all that kind of shit. So I'm gonna throw up the maps real quick while I do that. Low key. Oh man.
I think this series just, it's one of those things, man, where we just have to figure it out. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, I need a glass actually. Well, fuck it. I'll just do it out of the bottle. I don't give a fuck.
What are you chugging right now?
Vodka.
Oh my god! You just hit a whole.
I have a
Oh
chaser.
my god!
I have a chaser. It's fine.
Okay. I was like, there's no way you just slammed that without a chaser.
Yeah, straight
either,
no,
bro.
straight
Oh
no.
my god!
That would be like psychopath behavior if I didn't have a chaser. That's why I
Hey,
wanted a
man,
glass
you
so I
never
could like
know.
pour it. You know, I don't have to like get it out of the bottle. Whatever. Fuck it. These guys are
Who
making me tweak.
cares? We are going to get loaded in here, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody's on the right start.
I think so.
Side, so
are we good?
We're good.
We're good. Let's go.
Let's get it. As we do head off into this map number 4, ladies and gentlemen, as the nade kills do come in for Kia, but it's going to be a 2-dead for his teammates on the map, but Kia able to get another one. This standoff happening between Cope and Vanta, and they're going to pass each other like ships in the night, as Vanta does get spotted out into mid, and Crazy able to take care of Cope. This is where we saw the side of Cabal Omega have a good P1, but right now they're getting dismantled here early as a pinstripe hill feed does come through. And again, a back and forth we go into this map number 4, 15-1 right now, the scoreline favoring the side of Blitz Blackout. And they have the rotations to this next point, but Nico here for a double up. 5 on his tally already, make it 5 and 2 for him, as it is going to be the spawn for P2 that favors the side of Blitz Blackout.
This is kind of hard to track, I'm not going to lie, on the observer, Nick. I don't know, this is spawning everywhere, it seems like. Everybody just taking gunfights at the same time. I'm trying to catch it all, but Kia able to get 2 before falling here, and now it's going to be Nico. 6 and 2 start for him, having a good start to this map after the reset, but so far, I mean, Blitz Blackout have shut down, have taken care of business from the front end, having a better start than they did last time around on the P1, and they're here for the P2 setup as well. Arson shutting the door on the front players at the moment, able to stay alive as well for a second. Nice shots from him there, a little snap action. Cope goes for the free fire, but unfortunately, looks like the staircase made him miss that one. A little bit of a whiff there. Revan with the Semtex, the pre-fire, not going to connect on either. And I mean, so far, I mean, it has been Blitz Blackout shutting down P2 swiftly on them.
Yeah, it's going their way fully right now for the side of Blitz Blackout. 3 of the players plus 7 already. We've seen this shutdown from the side of Kia. That's a matchup that we need to continue to watch out for. Revan and Kia is one of the matchups that we need to look out for. Arson having a slow start here. He's 4 and 5, and the point favors the side of Cabal Omega. Last one going to be in 10, but they don't check the middle of map. An unfortunate kill does happen, but only one left up into the middle now, and it is going to be Revan that takes care of him as he shuts down that play, and it's going to be the side of Cabal Omega opening up early here.
Decent start so far on this P3. They finally stabilized toward the kills on P3, and this is a good setup they have as well, as long as they don't flip here, but because no one's blocking, this is probably going to be a flip. Yeah, number 7, look at where he spawns. He spawns out, but Cope able to get a double on a 4 spree, and they know that they're going to flip it as well, so it's one of those things where you can flip them out if you want, and as long as you're aware of it, you know, as long as you're aware you're doing it and the team knows what's happening, you can do that, because they're going to get the last 20 or so as well, so nice little bounce back on the P3 from Cabal. Definitely far from over here.
Definitely so, but this rotation needing to happen if you're the side of Cabal, and Kia just holding it down with the SMG in hand. He knows these players are going to be coming from old, and that full 50 is really going to help their side as the Chump Chow comes in for Introvert on the top window play. Now Crazy going to have something to deal with, but his teammates are spawning up into the back of Dragon again, and it is Nico that takes down one, and Introvert opens up the hill for his teammates, and they're able to get onto it, as it is again the side of Cabal Omega that are able just to break. This is a back and forth that we're having. It's going flip for flip right now, and it is going to be the side of Blitz of Cabal that actually stabilize here on this P3 side.
And Nico having a great map right now. I mean, I called him out earlier. He is absolutely frying right now. 16 and 8, doubling up. Him and Cope doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the slaying department. And they're going to take the lead as well on this P4. And this was the map we were talking about early in the series that Cabal had the chance to win, especially when Nico is shooting like that. 7 spree for him, another double, and Hellstorm missile earned. And that is going to be coming into play later down the line. You better believe it. And And it's going to be Cabal as well on the P1. They have the rotations. They just have a couple of gunfights to win. Introvert wins a critical one as well. And now the rotation is on. I mean, couple gunfights going for top. Broken Cope wins one and a team kill coming out. And now it's going to be flustering from Blitz Blackout, it would seem. And look at Cabal. They just push through the spawns. They break P1. And they're coming roaring into this map.
They look to try to take this back. We saw the slow burn on map number 2 from them as well, and they're doing the same thing here on map number 4. They start off slow, but they continue to fry as a knife kill going in for Cope as well, as he's on the rotations. His first fight gonna be with Crazy, as he does spot it out, able to beam him out of the sky as well. 1-for-1 trades do happen onto the other side of the map, but it's Introvert right now that is helping the side so much with these rotations right now. He started off slow, but he's brought himself back into this map already, and it is going to be a good rotation for the side of Cabal Omega. They need to try to fight onto this hill. They do not have fully control of all of it, as Arson does a double up as well, make it 3 for him as he clutches it up, but Cope here to try to break this hill can't get it done.
Yeah, this has been pretty back and forth on this P2. I mean, a great swing from Blitz Blackout, but Kia is here. Kia with the sliding double. Nice little trades coming out of him. Pressure from Couches is mounting, though. Cope able to get one, but Vance is off the map, so now this is potential for Cabal to break on in. They have 2 players from the front. Revan wins the first one. His teammate with the second one. The double kill coming out from Crazy, though. Nice little nade kill before he falls, and the spawns are going to flip on their head. This is favoring Cabal as well with 20 seconds left, but unfortunately unable to win the gunfight, so the scrap time will be going toward Blitz Blackout, and rotations are on. But if you remember last time around, it was Blitz Blackout. They were able to rotate, and they locked down a ton of this P3 time. It's got to be a better effort on the break this time from Blitz Blackout.
Yeah, it was the side of Cabal Omega that had a very good P3 side, getting a full 50 there almost, maybe even a full 60 there almost to help them out in this rotation. They really need to hold this down again, and it's a chow through the middle of the map again. This play has come through, and it's Kia with 2 again as Cope re-wraps it. He can't get the third, almost snaps onto him, as it's now Nico into the back of the map, having to find these players. He does spot out one, but Crazy in your back. This is a weird spawn flip that's going both ways here. It keeps on flipping for this side of Blitz Blackout, helping them to try to get into this hill time as the first blood does go in, and it's just Introvert holding down this middle of the map, waiting for teammates to chow out. And again, it's Crazy with a crucial kill onto that outer play. I do believe this is just going to be the hold of the spawn here for the side of Cabal Omega. You have 2 players, 24 and 16, 24 and 18 from them, but you need to get into this hill time to try to keep them away from it.
Yeah, it looks like so far the rotation is probably going to be favoring Blitz Blackout here. They got 4 members here. It's just Cope in the back. And I mean, he can stay alive, but I mean, the pressure is mounting. And there we go. Nice little crossfire out of Blackout as they're able to get 2 in transition. And now going to be Revan by his lonesome on the hill. He's going to have to buy time for his teammates, but how much can you afford to buy here? Nice little laydown spot from Revan. He says, Peekaboo, I see you. Gets the 1 for free. Going for the shots on the second. Unable to get it, but the pre-fire from Vanta. Wrong corner, buddy, as Revan gets all 3 of them in transition. A quick flip there. It's just Crazy left to pick up the pieces, and he does not wait for his team. Its spawns are going to flip, and I mean, so far, I mean, Cabal Omega have looked amazing on this P4.
Yeah, they really have. They've been able to break with you know, ease at every corner, but Crazy coming back alive into it, gets a double up. Can he get any more? Nico there to shut it down as the spawn still favors the side of Cabal Omega. Nico with 2, can't get the third to go his way, but Cope here to try to trade it out. It's actually Introvert that gets that kill as we head back to a rotation for P1. You see Nico spawning out to this P2 side, does get spot out here by Kia onto this top window play, and it's going to be early time going the way of Blitz Blackout. They're only down here a little bit, but they need to continue to try to chain these hills. They've had a good P1. They've had good P2s, but it has been the side of Cabal Omega that are coming back alive in this one.
Yeah, Kia, despite like living in the top broken window for a long time here, I mean, it's going to be Cabal. They're going to break on through toward the hill. They should be able to soak a lot of this time from P1 as well, but they're more focused on the flipping of the spawns as they've been all over the place on this hill. Let me tell you, everybody just taking routes on routes on routes, and I mean, that can happen when you're trying to play too heavily for the spawns. You're not able to get a ton of time here, and so far, time has gone more red than blue at the moment. Nico spots one on hill, but unfortunate Bad timing for him. Cope's on the rotation, but he's in a bad spot with the SMG. 2 players looking at him. Kia is going to shut that one down, and so far, so good on rotation for Blitz Blackout. They got to make sure they're locking this down because they're behind right now.
Yeah, they are behind. The first 200 points getting reached by the side of Cabal, and the break coming on through the front, and it works out for them again, as Kia does hold down this spawn a little bit here, but again, they have to re-break to try to keep their game alive here on map number 4, or we're going to go the distance to a map 5 SMG, but right now it is not favoring the side of Blitz Blackout as Nico continues to fry in this one, getting a triple up, and he is going to have the spawn split out for his team. He knows where they're coming from all through the middle of the map. Cope able to get one before he finally gets taken down, but middle of the map play is going to need to be coming through for both players here as they do all die as the rotations head back to a P3 side. They get a lot of good time into that P2 to hold it down, but it needs to be a good rotation from P3. We saw this go both teams' way, and right now it is favoring the side of Cabal, as we do have a streak coming out from Revan as well, looking for these cruise kills. He's in a precarious spot as the time does get contested, but now he's going to be able to find something, some inkling of a kill, as the last one going to be headed out into the middle of the map. Arson switching to that SMG, and he's going to be taken care of into the middle of the map. 1-for-1 trades do happen, and again, it goes the way of Blitz Blackout on the hill time.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very close back and forth hard point, but so far it's been Cabal ahead, 10 points to close it. They just need one more break on this P2. Nice movement from Kobe, stays alive. Nico able to get a couple in transition. 40 bomb for this man, 5 seconds left. And now, Blitz Blackout, you gotta go, you gotta contest. And so far, Crazy with the double might be able to pull it off, but a double the other direction as 3 are gonna fall. And we are going to map number 5, Nick, after an incredibly long and back and forth series. Cabal will send us the distance, and it'll all be decided on that Scar.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting S&D map. Again, we saw the Scar in the Overload, but this is a different game mode, and the side of, Blitz Blackout did not have a good S&D, and, really off of the back of this man on your screen, Nico dropping 40.
Yeah.
A big 40 bomb, 27 non-traded with 7 assists as well on his screen. He has 47, so a huge one for him.
Yeah. Crazy takeover from Nico. And when you need him most, right? He steps up big on that den. He was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, especially on those breaks as well. He was getting a lot of 2-pieces in transition to make sure that they were flipping the spawns. They were doing what they needed to do at the right amount, the right times as well. And especially on those P4s, he was locking it down, man. He was a double kill machine on that P4, as well as the P3 is locking it down from long distance as well. So, I mean, we will be heading to that Scar S&D after all, after a long and back and forth tumultuous series. We're finally here on the decider.
Yeah, and the potential for this best of 5 reset is still there, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget, the side of Cabal need to win this map to take us to another best of 5, and we will be here for a little bit longer to see who is going to be taking home that championship. And will it be the side of Cabal, or will it be Blitz Blackout that come back alive into this one?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to expect now because I mean we've kind of had all over the place series. I mean it's been it's been back and forth in the truest sense of the word. I mean flip a coin, who's gonna win the map is kind of where my head's been at. It was map number 2. I mean, yeah, Cabal they took map number 2, Nick. I mean, can they do it again on Scar? I guess we'll find out here in a second.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one as we do get a lobby reset, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be back in just a couple seconds here with that lobby reset. We appreciate you guys as always for joining into it. Yeah, we do apologize about the ads on the last part of that map. It happens, Twitch being Twitch, man. Yeah. They got to get their cut as well.
Yeah, get my money. Those aren't even ads I'm running. Those are ads Twitch is running. I don't even run ads in my stream. I'm pretty sure Twitch auto runs ads as well. So it is what it is. Yeah. It's apologies, guys. I try and make it. I actually set it up the other day because Nick was helping me to where it I have it set to when the stream starts. The ads run when stream starting and all that kind of shit. But I mean, we've been live for almost over 2 hours now, so it's inevitable at this point. We're already pretty deep in this one that the ads are going to happen. So it is what it is. Appreciate you guys for sticking around and still watching, despite all the delays, despite all of that kind of stuff happening. It has been a incredible series, and I mean, we might not be done with Nick. This might go to a bracket reset as well.
Yeah, I mean, it has potential to do so. You saw it go for the side, as we will get some subs in for you so they don't have to
Oh,
go.
let's go Invictus. WW. I love that.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Let's get some
Come
W
on, chat.
spams.
Come on, chat. We're trying to make some people have the ad-free capabilities. We appreciate it, as always, for Clam letting us join up on the channel. Have to gift the boy some subs. He's got people watching at the end of the day. It's always a pleasure casting with you, man. So it's always good to do.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate you coming in tonight. For those that don't know, I don't know if I should spill tea. Actually, I won't spill tea. I appreciate you coming in, Nick, tonight as well. Last minute as well. No tea spilled. Sorry, guys. No, none of that. But I was thinking better of it. Is what it is. But yeah, man. I mean, we might have another best of 5 as well potentially. We'll see what ends up happening as we are loaded in to map 5 here, I do believe. Hopefully the teams are right and everybody can get on the right team. It looks like we are, so we are going to be locked and loaded, ready to go. I mean, predictions for me, I do think Blitz might be able to take this one, Nick.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those maps that plays heavy to the ARs. It depends on what we see come out from the side of Cabal Omega. And we'll see this play happen a lot for both teams, as the A-bomb being a little bit closer to the spawn of the offensive side, so you want to try to get over there as Key is roaming through the middle of the map, having that other AR out as well. I do believe we're going to see maybe 4 ARs come out for the side of Blitz Blackout.
I don't think anybody's sniping right now. I don't think, but it's going to be Arson pushing up forward, and Vance is going to get his cover fire, and now all left to Nico to pick up the pieces here in a precarious position, able to get one back, but I mean, a 1v4 first round, not exactly the best sign, but I mean, with the bomb going down, this is nay impossible unless some scams come through really from Blitz Blackout. So, I mean, Nico, what do you got up your sleeve, buddy?
Yeah, that's the real question right now, and we saw the side of Cabal go 3-0 down in the first S&D as well. It takes them a little bit to bring themselves into the map. They are able to get one onto Arson, and Crazy and Kia just holding this top position together as the shots are ringing through, and it's going to be one that is going to be able... Oh, I do not think that Nade was able to hit onto him, as the time is dwindling away, and it's going to be Crazy that clutches up the kill at the end for his team.
Yeah, I mean, just almost a clutch there, honestly, from Nico. I mean, despite, Crazy getting tagged incredibly low a couple times, I thought he was able to get that kill, but they do convert the numbers advantage. No scams this time from Blitz Blackout. They'll take the first round pretty convincingly as well, despite the ending maybe not being as clinical as it maybe could have. But alas, they strike first and on the offense as well. So maybe a boon going forward, and we'll see now going forward as Cabal are on the offensive side. We'll see what they're cooking with as well, as it's only Nico on the board so far. We'll see what the rest of his team has in store as back to A we go.
Yeah, just this is a very predictable map when we break it down. I do want to see some of these B plays happen for both sides. If the first kill does come on through for Revan, he's going to be planting the bomb. Actually, it's going to be another player. I do believe Nico gets that first blood, and he's going to get traded out early. Now in the 3v3, Kia with the sniper in hand. His teammate Vanta does take care of the next one onto Introvert. Now it's Cope and Revan left up by themselves. Bomb is down, though. It does favor their potential a little bit more. Kia able to get that SMG and that AR in hand, actually, as it is not going to be the clear on the corner there, and it is not going to work out as the round does devolve, and it's going to be another round going the way of Blitz Blackout.
Yeah, nice little snipe from Kia as they chime in for a couple there. I liked what I saw out of Cabal there, maybe just scamming their lives a little bit on the site. I know there was some nades and attack usage coming through, and there's not a whole lot you can do about the sniper rifle, if I'm being real. If you kind of shoulder one too many times, you can get picked, and Kia able to get one back, and picks finds an AR, seals the round. 4-0 start for him. Blackout looking composed to start this one, but I mean, you did remind us, I mean, Blitz Blackout, they started off 3-0 in that first S&D as well, so I mean, they got to stay locked in the entire map, or they can suffer the same fate as they did on that map too.
Yeah, and it is, a little bit better of a start for Kia. He's 4-0 right now. Teammates also 2-0. Arson, the only one not having a kill on the board. But if you look at the other side, it's a little bit abysmal for the side of Cabal Omega. 3 people on donuts right now. The donut watch is coming out. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to see how these players play onto it as Arson tries to play for this first blood. He does get spotted out. And there's, 3 players kind of looking at him on this site. Vanta on the top. Can he get this kill onto Nico? He cannot. He does shoot some damage into it, but, this round does start to slow down here a little bit. This is not what you want to see if you're the side of Blitz Blackout. It does slow down, but you do get the first blood onto Vanta. Make it second with him as well, as it now is devolving here for the side.
What? Oh, that was Cope. I thought that was Introvert. The Codcaster's making me tweak, Nick, a little bit. I thought it was Cope, or Introvert able to get 2, but it was Cope from top green, able to get 1, and now Kia mid-map positioning. I don't know if they know he's in market or not. Looks like he is swarming, so he potentially has shots in the back, but the pistol not good enough. No, through the wall it will be. Wow, what a shot from him. Trigger finger, not the best, but I mean, it doesn't matter when you're getting shots like that in, and now Cope left to pick up the pieces. He's going to have to find the ace clutch in this one for the first round on the board. He's able to get 1 back, though, and now 1v1 versus Kia. And Kia still has the sniper rifle out as well, so might be potential for him to make a shot here happen. But no, he's going to whiff, and now Cope is pushing in. Does he know he's right next to him? 10 seconds left. He's just playing the time. Cope getting shot down, and now there we go. The round going in favor of Blitz Blackout. Not enough time for Cope as Kia plays the timer beautifully there. And that could have been a rough one for Blitz Blackout, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, it was Cope that brought them alive in the map number 2, but can't clutch out this round. Now a 3-0 start here. We saw this before, ladies and gentlemen, from the side of Blitz Blackout. They need to keep composed. It was a 4-round chain on the other side in that Din S&D in map number 2. We'll see if the side can come back alive. It was really Cope that brought them up with that clutch in this one, but I really need to see Introvert and Revan as they need to try to get a kill on the board for their side to maybe bring them back alive into this map. They are on the offensive side, a little bit of harder ass to do, as it is going to be some shoulders going through the middle of the map as Cope does spot out 1. Kia up onto the top green looking for this sniper play, as it is going to be going to this A-bomb site. And again, it does get spotted out, and I do believe Kia gets a lot of information over to his team. He gets dropped down on that, and he has the jump peek here as well.
Yeah, still a 4v4. Bomb's going to be planted, so it's going to have to be this pinch on the retake. Arson car bomb not going to kill him. Wow, surprised he didn't fall there. Just barely far enough away as Revan going to be spotting toward market, but sloppy shots. It's going to be Arson winning it. Kia with the snipe back, and now potential for the retake is on. Kia with this double in the round, and the MVP, I mean, Cope, you got to clutch another 1vx situation. Gets a second one as well. 5-3 for him. He's unable to get the third one shut down by Kia. 8-0 start, by the way, from this man. I've missed a lot of snipes from him. My apologies, but I mean, already earning the Hellstorm, and that is 4 rounds straight now for Blackout.
Yeah, this is looking like the takeover for this man on your screen right now. He's had the sniper on the back most of the night, and we said it before, it's really who is going to be that hot hand, and right now it's the guy with the sniper holding down lanes. He's just able to not allow these guys to get in, advantageous positions and really not allow these teams to play to their full potential as he switches over to the SMG now, ladies and gentlemen, looking to try to make a fast play here at it, I do believe, for the side of Blitz. So make sure you pay attention here, ladies and gentlemen, as it's an 0-4 start for 2 of the SMGs on the other side.
Yeah, he's going to get in the market in a decent position as well. They know they've been playing toward Heli, but are they going to see him in this spot? Looks like Revan might be going to check, and Revan might pay the price for it. Oh my god, they're right next to each other. The double pinch is coming on through, and now Crazy in a rough spot. He's going to fall for first blood as well. And now Kia is going to activate toward market, get some shots in, but not enough for the kill. There we go. The trade coming back, but he's trapped toward market now. Our Vanta wins an important one on the pinch, but now it's just left to the MVP Kia, 9-0. It's going to have to be 11 to convert this round and put the 5th one on the board for Blackout here.
Yeah, and if anybody can do this right now for Blackout, it is going to be this man on your screen. He picks up that AR, but the bomb is not in a precarious position for him. So he needs to try to find this first blood onto Nico, onto the top green position. He does get some shots out onto Kia's position as he does spot him out, but now it's going to be the full wrap into it. And this is really where you have to see this man try to lock this down, or will this be the first round here for the side of Cabal Omega? The stun does go out. First kill not going to be coming through as well. And again, the shots coming through, trying to find it. Only about 11 seconds to play with here as a B rotate coming through, and he's hit this timing perfectly as he spots out the first one. Now he has to look for the kill. He cannot win on the plant. And that is going to be the round, ladies and gentlemen, as it's just the hide strat from the side of Cabal Omega. They're able to take it.
Nice round there out of Kia. Unfortunately, he will be falling, or he will be losing the round. He won't be falling, but at the very least, able to get one back on the board. I mean, that was getting out of hand, but I mean, that's kind of what happened in map number 1 as well, and Cabal were able to lock back in, but I mean, we'll see if they can do it again. I mean, some rough stat lines to start, 1 and 4 for multiple players on this, 1 and 5 from Arson, from Introvert, from Revan, everybody kind of having a rough map right now, except for Kia, really. He's it's just Kia on Scar, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on, but he's 10-0 right now, and they lose the round, but I mean, honestly, still the hot hand, still favored to probably take this one at the moment, and he's gonna hit a nice little jump snipe like it's CSGO with the Scout. Oh my god, this guy is cooking.
Yeah, oh my good lord, as the snipe does come in, a huge shot, and Crazy gets the second one as well. Now left up into the 2v4. This is a situation that is a little bit harder to do as Crazy does go down to Introvert. Introvert now making a play into the middle of the map. He connects for 2 as it's now into the 2v2. This is a round that we saw happen before from the side of Blitz Blackout. They just gave it away. And now it is the sniper in hand for Kia. He needs to try to find another kill, but the rotate coming on through to this B site. It is Kia and Arson left up into it. Really, Kia trying to find this first one as he does drop the bomb as well. And now Arson gets it as well. And it is a 5-1 scoreline. It is Kia going nuclear for his side in this decider map. Really one round away from taking the chip, from taking the money for this Group C, as they look to try to, wrap it up here in the map number 5.
It's like stuff like that, right? That just makes me want to play again. Hitting snipes like that, hitting shots like that. I was doing it in ranked a little bit, but it's so awesome when you hit a shot like that off the wall. It reminds me of Black Ops 3. It looks like I got a report submitted. W, Activision. Let's go. Anyway, at the moment, 5-1 up. 1 round away from taking the championship, like you said, and it looks like aggression toward the plane as well from Nico and Co. He's going to be behind Vanta, but maybe shoots a little bit too early, as it's going to be Arson with the first blood. Kia with the Hellstorm missile gets 2, and it's just 1 more to find in the back of the map. Revan in the 1v3 has to pull out a miracle here, and it's looking unlikely. Revan's going to fall, and GG. Blitz Blackout 6-1ing in map 5 will be your champions for VisionZ League Group C here and take home the grand prize.
Yeah, they look dominant in this S&D. They had the fast start, we talked about in the last one, but a 14-0 from Kia right now. 12 non-traded kills as well, ladies and gentlemen. He goes nuclear, dropping 2.0 kills per round. Huge stat line out of that man for his side. And really, I mean, do we have to talk about who the MVP is here for this? It's got to be Kia, man.
I mean, I was thinking it before that map, but after that map, I mean, that was just, disgusting, I guess is the right word. My goodness, not even dying in map 5, 14 kills, and he was sniping basically the entire time. Had 1 round, I think he switched to the SMG. But, I mean, that's just some nice stuff out of him. Clutching rounds where, I mean, he didn't really even need to be in the clutch, but just getting every kill with that sniper rifle. So, I mean, congrats again to the entire Blitz roster as well. I know we had a really long and kind of a turbulent night, Nick, but I mean, that was still a good one. It went map 5 and we had a banger.
Yeah, definitely so. And, you talk about this series in the longevity of things, and it really was just a slow start from the side of Cabal Omega. Map 1 did not go their way. They were able to bounce it back into map 2, going 3-0 down. And then it was just, it was interesting at the end of it too. The side of Blitz able to, 8-1, 7-1 in that overload as well. A series that, really had to get earned here by the side of Blitz Blackout, and they go nuclear at the end of it. Kia himself dropping 14 kills. I mean, man, if you're an owner watching this, you need to pick this guy up. He's absolutely dominating in this C group level, and he will be moving up in the next season as well, looking to try to get on a B group team. So, I mean, he's a dominant player, and he showed you right there why you should pick him up.
100%. I mean, I think consistency is the word I would use. The entire series, he was absolutely frying. He was consistent all the way through. And I mean, showed out with some flashy shots and snipes in the last map. But I mean, this guy was cooking basically the entire time. So, I mean, a tough break for Cabal Omega in the end, but I mean, they did send us the distance. They did come from losers bracket, so it would have had to be another bracket reset, you know, if they were able to make the distance, but just unfortunately fall short in the first series. So, I mean, that's going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate you, Nick, as well, for coming in, making this a lot easier. I don't know what I would have done if you didn't come out tonight, because this would have been a long one for sure.
Long series. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man. I appreciate you as always for allowing me to get on the stream with you. You know, it's something that I love to do at the end of the day. So we appreciate you guys as always. Uh, Thanks for allowing it to happen.
Yeah, 100%. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Shout out Vision League as well as Arson for the, you know, letting this happen for all the players, the place to play. And congratulations once again for Blitz Blackout being the Group C champions, as we are going to be done for tonight. And that's going to be it, I believe, for the rest of the season. So until the next season starts, I guess we will see you guys later. Appreciate you guys all coming out in the chat as well. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Every day they clocking me, red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about, no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, masking, casualty. Shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened late in December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas dying the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, is them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bum money, we doing this shit for free. If he told that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the streets, we play for keeps. 2011. August 11th, R.I.P.O.D. August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45. I'm like, what the fuck that mean? You fighting an armed robbery, shorty, that's what they offer. My little brother getting big, my uncle got that coke again. He been smoking crack since I was born, that one was smoking him. I used to stay up late at Granny crib just to talk to him. When I was locked up, I knocked on his door and